Now let us look into some classes of arthropoda. One of the classes is crustacea, class crustacea. I am sure you would have heard about crustaceans, right? So crustaceans are nothing but animals like crabs, prawns, and also lobsters, and certain miniature miniature crustaceans are also there, which are a part of plankton actually, something called water flea or cyclops or daphnia. So these kind of animals are included in crustacea. In crustacea, what are the special features of crustacea? If you look into this pic, you can very clearly see that the head and the thorax, they have combined to form a common structure called as cephalothorax. In fact, this cephalothorax get impregnated with calcium salts, so it becomes very hard. Sure, you can imagine the crab, how hard it is, or you can see the lobsters, it is very hard, and once it get impregnated with calcium salts, it is known as carapace. It actually helps as an armor against predators. So that's about one of the crustacean features, and as you can see in this picture, right, they have two pairs of antennae which help them to find out feel the environment. So they have two pairs of antennae, and every segment they will have some appendage or the other. Okay. So if you look at this, the mouth parts here, the mouth parts are the appendages of the head in lobsters or prawns. You can see that the first pair of appendages, they are mainly used for as pincers. Pincers means they help to grab the prey or grasp it. So that is the function of pincer. So like that, so they have different appendages modified for different ways of actually catching the prey, right, and feeding. So they have appendages in all the segments, they have cephalothorax, and they have two pairs of antennae, and they have carapace. So these are some of the important features of crustaceans. So Myriapoda includes those animals like, for example, centipedes and millipedes. So what are these centipedes? Centipedes, I am sure you would have seen them. They are, everybody is scared of them. They are not like real arthropods. They look more like worms actually, but they are under arthropoda. So if you look at this centipede, the centipede has every segment, it has leg. It looks like a worm, but the only difference is if you look at earthworm, it do not have legs, right? It has only setae. But if you look at centipede, it has jointed legs, one of the characteristic feature of arthropoda. So it has jointed legs, every segment has a pair of legs, and it is a very active predator. It actually catches small insects, mollusks and all that. Now it has, the first pair of legs are modified into claws. The claws are fitted with lot of poison, so that is why it is poisonous. It's not poisonous to humans, except there are few species of centipedes which are supposed to be poisonous, but otherwise it is poisonous only for lower animals, right. So that is centipede. If you look at millipede, right, I am sure you would have seen this during the rainy season, where you will see those worm like things, they become like one round. So when you touch them, irritate them, they become they circle. So they are called millipedes. They are different in the sense, if you look at centipede, they have flat body, but millipedes have rounded body, colored, and it also have two pairs of legs for every segment. That's why they are called millipedes, right? They have so many legs. So millipedes. So and they are not predators like centipedes. They actually live on dead and decaying matter on the earth, right? So these are second group of arthropods, worm like, and they have only one pair of antennae. And let us now go to the next group of arthropods, insecta. Insecta, though we discussed before, let me just give you some more insights into insecta group, the largest class under arthropoda. So insects body is divided into three: head, thorax and abdomen. and they don't have appendages in the abdomen. There are no appendages in the abdomen, only head and thorax have appendages, and they have 3 pairs of walking legs, and you know, 1 pair of wings, or certain insects have 2 pairs of wings arising from thorax, which help them to fly. And insects are known to have compound eye, which will help them to detect even the smallest movement, and they have mouth parts specialized for chewing and masticating. For example, if you look at cockroach, it actually chews. It has you know, mouth parts like mandibles, which will help them to chew the food and then eat it. Certain insects, like for example, if you look at mosquito, it has piercing and sucking. You can see here, it actually pierces and sucks the blood out of the human or other animals. So certain animals like housefly, they have sponging. They sponge it with the mucus, and then once the food dissolves, they will take it in. That is called a sponging type of mouth part. So they have varieties of mouth parts to suit to eat various kind of foods, right? The most successful group. So and they have trachea, that is, they actually respire with the help of trachea, right? So tracheal system, and also apart from that, they are dioecious. So these are some of the important features of insecta. And we also have certain insects which are economically important, especially social insects, right, which form colonies. I am sure you know about termites, you know, which are actually called, they eat wood, and they are very social because they have colonies and specialized. Some insects are specialized to do some functions. Some of them are soldiers, some of them are kings, some of them are queens, so like that. And similarly, ants also form colonies. They are social insects. And then apart from that, bees are also social insects, which they have specialized division of labor and they form colonies. Apart from that, they also are economically important. If you look at the honey bee, right, which produces honey, and also the wax, right, bee wax, which is very important. And you know, that silkworm, bombyx, it's known as. So it actually produces cotton. The pupa of this insect actually produces cotton. And then you have you know, lac insects. It produces a red color lac, which is used for sealing purposes. So that is again made from an insect called lac insect. So these are the economically important insects. Let us talk about the group Arachnida. So Arachnida includes animals like spiders and scorpions. So if you look at the characteristic feature of arachnids, you know, they do not have antennae. They have 6 pairs of appendages altogether. Out of that, first 2 pairs are mainly used for taking the prey or eating. The first pair is actually called chelicerae. That is what is full of poison, right? And or that helps to grab that prey or helps to, you know, cut it. And then the second pair of appendages also support the first pair of appendage. Then it has 4 pairs of legs. So that is how the body of arachnids have been classified into. And then they also have, you know, they respire with the help of book lungs. That's how they respire. So this is about arachnida. And I would like to show you one more special animal which is included in arthropoda. It is actually called as king crab or limulus, which is it's a crustacean. It is considered to be a living fossil. If you look at it, it is very big, hard carapace it has, and it also has, it respires with the help of book gills. So as you can see in the picture, it is known as king crab, the living fossil. So what is a living fossil? Living fossil is an animal which had not changed over millions of years, is known as living fossil. So that is one. It lives in marine.